Hello everyone, this is Jurgita with Magic Pond Crafts. Today is August 1st and that means totally new month, new plans for this month. So as you know, I've been traveling past 5-6 weeks, and my plans since December kind of got all jumbled up. So what I've decided to do is rearrange a little bit and figure out what I wanted to catch up on in August. We'll see how that goes. As you can see, you can't plan too much. So maybe let's start then. For the month of August, what I'm planning to do is, I figured you can see better maybe in here, or I have in the bigger pictures. So of course my spoiled child, and I have in these sheets my spoiled child. It's this one, and I have to do monthly about 3,700 stitches, but last month I went a little bit overboard, so that's good. If suddenly I can't do one of the months by the end of the year fully, so that will help me. So it says I have 31.4% done in that one, and I'll just continue doing. It's gonna be like a more boring stuff, like above the boy's head here, and maybe I'll be able to touch up this part of the spoon or something like that that's sitting in the jar. So that's gonna be my goal for August. Then we'll have let's see, let's maybe start on the row. I'm gonna try to stitch on my beloved, and again, that's just a typical dark, as you can see, dark colors. Kind of this one is a little bit more colorful than that one, but all rare dark colors in my babs. But my beloved, I want to do like I typically do once I grab it, about 2,000 stitches. So we'll see how many days it's gonna happen. And right now I have 15.5% on that one. So since I'm starting, I'm gonna be working on new rows, so it's just gonna be some, hopefully again a little bit more quicker in the background, and then I'll go into detail in the face. And then I wanna grab again from my Untamed or Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the third book in English. A novel should come out in August, so that's also great. And one of their birthdays of the main characters, well, main actor is I think it's also in August. So that's what I'm gonna be stitching, and I just want to put in some in that, maybe 3-4 days, depends how much. And I have right now 10.7%, so just a little bit in the top, and I might go on the bird in here more crane and stitching that. I'm not sure yet, or I'll be doing some maybe like a back stitching or something like that, so we'll see. Then I think I'm gonna possibly skip those two, and it would be nice to do a little bit. This is Mirabilia's Dressmaker's Daughter. It would be nice to do the summer part and finish up. Right now I have 7.65%. The pattern was redone in a sag of conversion versus like a paper or a PDF file. So I'll be continuing a little bit, at least put in that. It would be great to finish summer, but I'm not sure about that. Then we'll go, I'm gonna start probably this month with my Girl Ghost. It's 4.45%, but it's one of the more humongous pieces that I have, more of the big ones, but luckily I'm gonna be stitching in half stitches. So I've reached the half point, you'll see in a minute here, and I'm just gonna continue in there, and there's gonna be something more happening versus like just the background, so that should be more fun. And Asian couple, I want to put in a few days in that. I have 3.98, so almost 4% done, and I did his face and a little bit of the background. So we'll see where I go in there because I haven't decided. So one of the, so those are like a biggest things. I was thinking of probably just finishing off all the back stitching on my uh, soda stitch ice cream cats, and I just finished like last night, finishing all the main stitching and only back stitching left to do. So I think I'm gonna be doing that. It's, I think, just over 500 stitches left to do, so that would be great to finish this. And if I have a time, I thought to possibly try start something new that I was planning to do in one of the other months that I didn't do anything, and it would be this one, the two cranes. The pattern was created by Golden Rose, and that's a Russian, I think she lives in Russia, the designer, but I love the scenery, and I've been planning to do that for a while. Ever since I've seen this picture, I wanted to stitch on that, and the cranes usually have a meaning of health, so if you want to kind of put in good health wishes in that, and when you start stitching your wishes, a lot of things come true, you know, in some different versions of stitching what you stitch. For example, if you stitch they say if you stitch a horse galloping or any other scenery for one horse, then you're wishing for a different job, or you might get a lot of work. You might be working like a horse, or there's some about babies and the new homes and stuff like that. So this, if I get chance to stitch, I'll be starting that. So that would be something from new. This one I wanted to start, but I still need to dye the fabric for gently for that one to match the matching one that I already stitched. So we'll see how that goes. So I think that's all the plans I have for a month of August, and we'll see how it all goes. So let me show you what I'm gonna be starting today. So today, the first, I don't know how much I'll be able to do because I need to still edit, put together the July video, and just wanted to show you quickly that the middle is around here. So I'll just, I don't know how much I'll be able to do. It would be great to do like a 3,000 half stitches. And this is what it looks like right now. So the first half is all the way here. And this is where I believe the ghost hair is starting to show up, right, this part. So I'll be just going in this way, and I'm stitching half stitches, continental stitches on this fabric, which is 25 count Luca S Goblin fabric. So it's those pre-marked ones that some people love, some hate, because it's kind of covering like two stitches, so it's not exactly in the middle. So it takes a bit for the eye to start discerning the lines, and after a while you don't have to even like do the markings in between, because I figured out that like a first and the 10th and all of them are the painted, so I just do in the middle of that. But like I said, it's eye intensity works for that, so I'll be stitching a little bit slower on this. And this is where you see I just took a five of those cubes down, and I'm gonna be working that way. So I'll see you with some addition. And today is the 5th, so I want to show you what I've done in the past 4 days. I actually surprised myself. Luckily I had enough time to do quite a bit of that, and when I looked at my Saga info, I did 6,888 stitches. So let's see what I've done. Ta-da! So pretty much, if you remember, it was a second for you ago, it was like unfinished part in here, so I did the whole thing in here. And as you see, it's already her hair, the ghost hair is already showing up. and part of the ribbon I haven't fully finished it stitching it, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. And when you look in the picture, it's right here, and a little bit air in there. So the next part, so when you continue, is going to be like that. So again, just going to be some hair with some shading, and at the end, finish ribbon. So second row, we'll see the ghosts, like a forehead, and third row I think is gonna be like this. So that's gonna be most interesting, but before that it's gonna be a lot of background. But so far, I imagine what it's gonna look like, this whole thing, and you see what I've done so far. And so since this was the middle, I'm just going like that, and I'm thinking would it be cool to finish by the end of the year the whole row. So I think it ends like probably like around here. I haven't measured, so there's still quite a bit to do. So if I do 2 more times as much as this, I might finish the row. That would be great. So of course I'm gonna set this aside. I think I did way more than I was planning to, but it's good because I skipped, I think, since I wanted to do like every few months, I skipped 1 time, so I had to catch up. So this is what it looks like right now, and I'm ready to grab something else, and let's see what I've picked. And I've picked, this pattern is called Magister of Devil Cult by Maria Skripnik, and it's based, it's the 2 main characters, like a more manga from a show. Their live version is called Untamed, and one of the main characters, actors, is named Wangibo, and today is his 25th birthday actually. So I think that's a great time to start working again on this pattern to stitch, and I can listen to the music from the show. And this is what I have right now. As you can see, the crane's shape is left empty so far. So I don't know what I'm gonna stitch exactly. There's quite a bit back stitching to do. Like this is gonna be a little bit of flower buds on the tree, and like in here. So I haven't decided where I'm gonna start working, but it's something gonna be on the top. So I'm gonna listen to Wangibo's songs to kind of have it as a background and stitch on this piece, and I'm gonna spend a few days on that, and we'll see how much I can do. And here we are after 3 days of stitching. So you probably don't see a lot of the progress, but like in the full stitches you see not the stork, crane here is already like partially done. I filled in all the empty spots, like little clouds here filled up, but I was doing a lot of back stitching. You can kind of see here the tree outlined and a stork outlined and some waves, and I started outlining this cloud in here. And so I think I'm gonna just it's not fully done here with the back stitching. There's, like, you see a little blob in here. There's gonna be some flowers in there, so I'm just gonna slowly do back stitching while I go slowly down. And like this line, it goes all the way to the one of the characters here it's gonna hit. So just gonna be working next time, like I said, again, going down slowly bit by bit and filling up the empty spots. Like some spots you can't kind of see, but there's like a white interspaced in between, and it's a little bit harder to see, but I think overall it looks great. I love it so far. And still, this has only just over 16% done, so you can tell that it's going to be a lot of back stitching to do in there, especially on the characters below. So I think I'm gonna set this aside, and I'll be stitching for sure, if it's possible, in October, because it's other actor's birthday is going to be in October, so that's a good reason to stitch it again. And today I'm gonna pick something else, and that's gonna be Aylin and Rowan or beloved. And like you can see, I have a first row done, so it's not as big as heaven and earth design that I started before. So I'm gonna start again a new row, and I'm sure I'm not gonna finish the row until the end of the year, or that would be kind of cool. When you look, it doesn't look like that much, you know, overall, but I'm not planning to stitch it every month, at least for now. So I'm stitching that on the 16th count on thick white Ada, and I'm using it CXC, or like we like to say SHS threads. So it's a little bit shorter, but you can see the filling in much better in the especially black area. So the pattern is 250 by 325. So I'm gonna start this month, and I want to work hopefully to get at least 2,000 stitches fitting in here. So this is where I'm starting, and I guess in a second you'll see my progress. And ta-da! Practically all 4 days went into this. A little bit more time than I wanted to, but I wanted to do 25, so I figured I'll do a whole 1,000 in here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3,000 are filled in here, and a little bit in there. So I did my what I wanted to require from myself to do this, because once I stop here, I mean, you know, it's kind of, nose is right there, so it was hiding. So I wanted to see a little bit of the facial features in here, and you can tell that his lips are starting in here, and nostrils like hiding in the dark, and that's what it looks like right now. So I'm very happy how it turned out, although here it looks like such a messy, uneven crosses. It's all because it has the blends in here, but this is what it is now. And the next part is gonna be again continuing his face and the tattoos, like you see a little bit in here and on the top. So it's gonna continue in this. So I think I might pick it up and do at least 2,500, so possibly up to here next month in September. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I already picked what I'm gonna work a little bit today, and hopefully by tomorrow finish. And that's gonna be this cutie. I'm gonna do back stitching, so my main thing, that's what's left in here, and I'm sure you'll see much better view of this work once it's back stitched. So I'll meet you in a second with this all done in the back stitching. And here it is, all done, all the back stitching done. So back stitching was needed only in black color, so no other colors here. And you can see just some outlines. It's not straight lines, so there's some spaces here done specifically, so it would be, I guess, at least the coat would be more fluffier that way. So that's why they had those empty lines. And same in the cherries and letters and all that stuff. So it's done, and I already signed, because technically we're supposed to do, I think, also the town, but I'm not gonna do that. I think that's plenty enough writing about me in there. So this first one is done, and I can't wait to start the second one, but it's not gonna happen right now. So let's put this away, and let's see what I picked next. And next I've picked my Spoiled Child, my monthly piece, and this is what it's gonna look like hopefully when it's all done. So I have a couple of rows here done, so a lot of boring stuff, and then the bottom part is gonna be the most interesting thing happening, and I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of singles in there and mixes, and it's gonna be probably a headache to stitch, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it. So I managed to do in July quite a bit, huge chunk at the end of July, this piece. If you've seen my previous video, and here is a little brick side that is showing right here. You can see the brick side in there, and the next is gonna be just again just the like a part of the wall, and it's boring stuff, so I'm sure that's gonna be much faster than, let's say, all the bottom parts where you have all kinds of colors mixing in. So and at the end of the year I should see most of her face, so that's gonna be very exciting to see. You see the where is my parked threads in here, so that's gonna be later in the year. And if I do again more than 3,700, I might get a corner of this done too, so that's going to be something different. So that's where I'm starting, and I already marked it, and let's start stitching. And here it is. After 4 days of stitching, I decided to stop, not to go on the 5th day and work on that. I worked late in the evenings even to do that, and that's what it all came out. And just now noticing there's interesting thing happening here with the lights, but I guess that's like a chunk in the wall or something like that. And you can see it like the tip of the spoon with the string attached to it. I kind of extended the string a little bit longer, so I went a little bit on both sides, down and to the right, to do that, and finished off a couple threads in here. So I went a little bit more even on that side. Rest of it was just boring part, but as you can see, this is the middle, so that's great. Next time in September I'll be crossing the halfway line in this row, and then November, December is going to be the most interesting. So for now, just waiting more wall for the next month, how it was before, but it's very exciting how it goes. And then we'll see how much I can do the next month. So since I finished this, I've decided I want to grab something with a little bit more colors, and let's see what I picked. So the next one is going to be Dressmaker's Daughter here by Mirabilia, and if you don't remember, I'm gonna be switching this one, goes all the way in the back, so it's gonna be spring, summer, autumn, and then winter is gonna be. So that's where I'm started on with the summer, because right now it's a summer, and as you can see, dress up to this point is almost fully done. Of course, the holes are for the beads, and it's lots in this color, like a background frame. You can kind of see a little bit more close in here, the frame. So I think I might just concentrate right now for a day or so in that. I want to reach the edges, at least the top and bottom, and there's going to be some leaves, so I might start filling in a little bit with that, but we'll see how it's gonna go. But something a little bit more colorful in this time to look at, and I'm planning to spend I don't know, 3 days or so on this one. So I'll see you in a second with a little bit more update on this one. And today is 23rd, so as you can see, yesterday I worked all the way up to here, so all around this, and where the spaces were left is gonna be for a greenery, etc. And I think I'm gonna stop at this moment. There's still quite a bit left. This is not the end, not the bottom of where it's supposed to go in here, but I figured this is as good as I would want it to be. It was kind of boring to stitch one color, but it went also pretty fast in here. Just had to count in between where to go, and lots of changing of needle constantly because it goes so fast. So this is where I'm stopping, and today I've decided to pick something else, and that's gonna be another colorful, no, though not in the blues and pinks, but still colorful picture. So it's by Lanarte, culture style, Asian couple, and this is what it should look like. And right now I had only this, so I did all of the guy's face and started in the background. And if you look by the picture, so here's the guy's face stop and some background. So I might just continue working here. This area is not gonna be stitched because the Lanarte included fabric that is dyed in all these colors, so it's just gonna be stitching. And as you can see, there is with one a thread and a different colors, and just keep going. So it's I think the couple is gonna stand out quite well in here, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll meet you in I guess a few days for me and a few seconds for you. Well, what can I say is just that the stitching was going very fast because it was like 4 or 5 only colors. So I finished fully the whole side in here up to like around this point, and that's not even halfway mark, so like around here. And then I also started on this side. So as you can see, the girl's headpiece is kind of framed in here, and I've been slowly going to another side. So when you look at the whole thing, this is what you get. So I reached the left side where the framing is gonna be enough. I mean, fabric will be enough for a framing, but I did not reach yet this side, so it should be like around here probably, hopefully. It's wider a bit than in height, so I'm pretty sure that I got the fabric layout correctly. But anyway, the girls like a head and a headpiece is here. So my needles were flying literally with this piece. I just take the color, fill in, and then when a thread ends, I pick up and then fill in empty spots and continue until thread ends, and so on. So I was doing that slowly, so I had the full view then how it looks when it's all finished. So as you can see, this portion is not gonna be stitched because that's why how it's meant to be. That's why the fabric is dyed this way. So I've decided, I think I had plenty of stitching for this one, and now I have over 12% already done, so that's not bad. And we still have what, about a week for this month, so I've decided to pick something that I stitched just recently. Can you guess? And that's gonna be the dressmaker's daughter again. Since I figured out it's still a summer, this is a summer piece, so might as well continue in that. Somehow yesterday I was looking at my planned calendar, and I already started to have that urge to do some finishes. I did not want to start anything big new, at least right now, because one big one was supposed to start this month, but I think I'm not gonna try to do that. I might as well put in more stitches in the current projects. I guess that urge until the end of the year to finish up some things or progress more, it started to kick in. Maybe because kids are already in school, and that like jump starts the whole finishing area for this. So I'm gonna just continue maybe filling in the same color or just filling in this, but I'm planning to work more on this, and I guess I'll see you in a second to see where I'm gonna be at in the next few days. And here it is. I just wanted to show you that all the main stitching and all the back stitching is done. So decided to kind of stop with this line. As you can see, I went a little bit underneath and left my thread. I did not want to unravel my frame, so I think what I'm gonna do, just stitch all the 4 main parts, and then you know, put the beading in, and only then I'm gonna roll up. But I'm gonna roll up not the same way, but like outside, so all those beads that I'm gonna be putting in and treasures, that they don't roll onto it themselves, so hitting each other, but it's gonna be like giving them more space. So this way I can just adjust my frame only once. So this is biggest part of each piece anyway. On the bottom is going to be some just like a wheels, words, and a little bit stuff, at least in some of the dresses. The biggest dress will have some kind of tail happening, but it's not a lot of stitches. So still my plan is to do one major part each season, and in summertime I guess I can just finish the whole bottom row. So I think at least that's what my plan is. So I wanted to show you, I just put in my first 2 beads in here, and I'm still missing 2 packages of beads that can't remember which one it is, but it's been out of stock for a while, so I'll be keep looking and going in smaller stores, but at least I can start now. And just gonna be filling in. And right now I had this old ice cube tray, and I started throwing in some beads instead of I have a like a beading nice thing that I can keep in, and was those sticky ones, but right now I just have it here, so I'm gonna try to use like that at least a few main parts. And now I'm just gonna be going in and filling in all the parts in here. And it was kind of weird that at first I did not notice that I have to outline like a whole frame in here, but that's what pattern required. And I thought that it would have been nice kind of put in little beads maybe in the center of the flowers. I might still do that later on. We'll see once the dress is filled in with the beads if that would overpower or not. But this is what it is, and there's quite a bit still put in, and just wanted to show you how it looks like right now, and without the beads, but the rest of the part is done at least up to this area. And here it is, all the stuff is done. Actually, I stayed till past 1 a.m. to have it all finished, all the beading. So as you can see, I went all down, and I was watching Fiber Talk and on YouTube, and just getting those beads in. And the only spots here left that is gonna be with that special bead that looks like a, I think sort of like a flower, and it's all done. So next is gonna be fall, which is gonna go next door, so to speak. And like I said, I'm not gonna unroll it here, so it's just gonna be another big block next time. So fall is about to start, at least by months. September is gonna be first month of the fall. So I'm gonna set this aside for at least a little bit, and then I'll start again in September to try to get it all done until December, like this type same thing for fall. So that's done, and I'm very excited. It was kind of weird to see those giant ones dispersed throughout, but I think it makes it more blingy that way. And I'm gonna pick something different for today, so let's see what I've picked. But before that, I wanted to show you what I've been doing all day. Like I said, I've been totally revamping my whole craft room, and I'm going through all of the magazines, like every one of them, and taking pictures of the patterns that I might be interested in, and I'm gonna save that on my computer, so this way if I want to start something for next year or so later on, I can look at the pictures and then pull out those. So I've been like going piles here are already taking pictures of. You see some of them like have lots of and lots of those little things that's where I might be interested stitching in, and that's not even all. That maybe like half of it that you can see in here. So I've been just going and growing through them, and it's tedious work, but I think it would give me better idea, sort of like browsing through the one giant catalog on the computer or on the phone, and just picking something and pulling that out. And if I change my mind, I just delete that picture and that would be it. So that's what I wanted to show you, what I've been doing like all day, and I wanted to put some stitches into something today, so I grabbed something very small. And that will be another Prairie Schooler St. Nicholas from I think in 1988. So I still have not FFO'd the previous ones, like this is for 2020 and 2021. I think I'm just gonna do the whole pile, and once I get to that to sewing and stuff, I'm just gonna be doing like non-stop a lot. So I had again that using same fabric that I coffee tea dyed. I think it was 32 count. So I'm just gonna have just enough again for 3 more copies of the same, that I'm gonna do same design 3 times, like I always do for all my kids for a future. If they want it, they wouldn't have to fight over it. So here you see this one is like all ready to be FFO'd, but I haven't finished it. So 1, 2, and it's gonna be 3, and each of them is 54 in height by 45 in width. And we'll see how it goes. It usually is around 1200 stitches total, and I'm just gonna start, and have to do 3 of them before New Year. So wish me luck, and I'm sure it's not gonna take that long, super long, but that's what I wanted to start, at least put in a few stitches now. And the last day of the month, and I have it all done. So as you can see, border is done, of course everything inside is done, and even I did my initials and the year, so it's fully done like that. Just not FFO'd yet. So the next time I'll pick her up, it's gonna be one over here, and then will be one below. So that will be it on this piece of fabric, and that will be enough for this year. So I'm very happy that I managed to stitch one, although I didn't think I would be able to do it. And overall, in the month of August, I worked on 8 whips total. I got this as a new, and I had this and Ice Cat finished, Ice Cream Cat finished, so 2 finishes and one new start. So that's pretty good for a month. And stitch wise, I did more than I was thinking that I've done, so that's also good. We'll see how September does and how much time I'll have for that. And I know in September, end of September, is gonna be Needlework Galleria, and I'm planning to go, and unless something happens, I'll be there for the 2 shopping days. I just wanted to ask if you guys wanted me to again film and take pictures from the gallery, or you think it's all about the same or something like that. So let me know below this video if you want me to put in film it or take a pictures of some of the rooms that's going to be with the designers and stores, etc. So I think that's it for the month of August. I have to put this video together and send it out for you to see. So until the next time, this was Jurgita with Magic Pawn Crafts saying bye.